Love ain't simple. Love ain't simple. Love ain't simple.
In the long history of the world, only a few generations have been granted the role of defending freedom in its hour of maximum danger. I do not shrink from this responsibility. I welcome it.
Children of the New World, descendants of the conqueror and conquered, offspring of Africa and Turtle Island, children of the crossing of the global waters of wind and red clay dirt, progeny of the peculiar institution of trade routes and commerce, the collateral damage of empire, children of Anacaona and Nzinga, seeds hidden in our mother's braids, planted in new soil, roots buried deep, blended names, blended tongues, blended gods, summoned forth by the idea in the mind of an ancient, cradled under ribcage and flesh for 280 days, listening to the electric fluttering of our mother's heart, listening to its incessant drum. That's why our rhythm is a weapon and our medicine's a song. So we listen and we love and we dance on the one. Children of the diaspora, forged from miracle and sound, the B-side of a miracle, a syncopated song. Heirs of criminalized culture are we, heirs of the outlaw drum are we. Concealed freedom in the djembe and juba, bambula, boogaloo, bachata, soca and salsa is us. Breakbeat, disco, house and hip-hop is us. Rumba, palo, merengue, maculele, music to dance to, music for worship, music to call down, spirit is us. Music for the spirit is us, music to live by, music we cry to, music we die to, music to love by, music to love by, music to love by. That's why our rhythm is the weapon and our medicine's a song. Cause we listen and we love and we dance on the one. That's why our rhythm is the weapon and our medicine's a song. Cause we listen and we love and we dance on the one. Cause we listen and we love and we dance on the one.
To go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one we intend to win.
Intentions are good. Oh Lord, please don't let me be misunderstood.
Yeah, we do this for the people that walk that path, trying to get to their dream. Yeah, He stood on the corner with the rest of them, though we knew that this corner wasn't the best of them. Hard streets and a life that caressed them. Dirt police, domestic beefs that's festering. He knew the president wasn't addressing him, though dead presidents was addressing him. 2 kids from hot S, no protection, and people don't see how age is affecting them. It get hard, you get the guy questioning. Can't find a job, so you rob it and hustling. He killed Marks and sold dope for cousin them. Can't believe they would be the ones bucking him. He on the ground, he could feel God touching him. He heard the sound of his mom saying trust in him. At heaven's gate saying, Lord, please let me in, or send me back to tell my people to be better men. Cause we are and she danced for them. Her body moved, but her mind was magnican. Thinking I don't know where they hands done been. Relationships with men have been so damaging. She thought back to when she was at Howard and dreams of doing scenes with Terrence Howard and Broadway plays and dancing with Alvin them. The ones that make it always ain't the talented. Some dreams get lost, never to be found again. At first stripping seems so empowering. Most every girl wanna do it now and then, but being me every day is devouring. Cats putting paper where she put powder in. Life would break her, now she powdering. She was high when she fell down and then crowd surrounding it. Heart was pounding and she fell into a deep sleep. The siren sounded and seen bright lights in the midst of clouds and then talked to God, feeling like his child again. Said, Lord, let me live so I can make you proud again. Cause we are.
I'm just human.
It's like the more you know, the more your soul feels heavy cause I'm back to life, carry the weight and go. Before I knew anything I was told, I'm black, so be prepared for what the future holds. In fact, my skin color conveys a different tone than that. Hispanic or Arab, depends on where I'm at. One thing that's apparent is he ain't Caucasian, or one of his parents was. He favors his side and embraced him, kind of embarrassing. Not knowing a part of your heritage, something about Scottish and Polish immigrants to America. But I ain't never had a chance to sit and discuss with mom's pops, cause even half black was too much. And when I finally got to meet him, saw that cancer defeating him. Hatred will eat you, see he apologized that he sucked, but there's pieces of me that went with him to the grave at a touch. Go ahead and color me out into digging that up. See we're defined by percentages, categorized by pigment, associated by culture. Are you black or white enough? Brown, yellow, red, up to snuff enough. Circle one, bet your DNA a rabbit trail, you back the one. African, man, woman in the garden, cradle of humanity, made in the image of God, first to see the sun. We still playing like the kings ain't ever come. Drawing lines in the dirt, forgetting that's where we from.
So much more than life than what you see in me. It's deeper, it's deeper, deeper, it's deep. So much more than life than what you see in me. It's deeper, it's deeper, deeper.
Look, my children have inquisitive questions about race relations. Like, where's the daddies of my brown friends? I wanna be more like my white friends. They got everything, look at everything they fathers gave them. Now I'm killing their innocence with concepts complicated. Scratch that, I'm killing ignorance, don't complicate it. When they express their interest in having that conversation, as responsibly as I can, I have to educate them. We talk about love for all, we talk about oppression of some, we talk of redemption in one, we talk of privileges and systemic benefits in the agendas in which they come from. Son, be under the persuasion of none, shun propaganda pitted to paint people as a lump sum. Don't jump guns, cause young, dumb, unspun is old and wise. So we know the times through these open eyes. Let the hope inside guide to overcome. Understand?
There's so much more than life than what you see in me. It's deeper, it's deeper, deeper, it's deep. There's so much more than life than what you see in me. It's deeper, it's deeper, deeper, it's deep. There's so much more than life than what you see in me. It's deeper, it's deeper, deeper, it's deep. There's so much more than life than what you see in me. It's deeper, it's deeper, deeper, it's deep. It's deeper, deeper, it's deep. It's deeper, deeper, it's deep.
When the world thins our skin, when the names of the dead become heavy on our tongues, when another blue bullet claims another sun, when we feel more dust than breath, when our hearts break, when the present is shadow and the future even darker, when hope is fragile and words fail us, there is always song. If we listen, it is there, insistent as the tide, the cry turned chorus, the wailing turned chanting, the dissonant turned drum. There is song, like air, like water, like fire. Music is a constant, moving through time and space. It's a law, not a concept. Eternal with no boundaries, a circle that connects across the continents. It's medicine, antidote, and ammunition. Conceal the weapon in disguise, so listen. When it hits, you feel no pain. Every bass line like the bang of a bullet. Every hi-hat a lick shot, listen. To every scratch like a ceremony slaying our fears. Every harmony a knife edge that cuts through our grief, listen. To every wail of a horn like redemption. To how 16 bars can become incantation. Every remix a revelation of truth. Every note a rebirth, a salvation. It's our armor in the struggle, our protection, a declaration of life, of love and joy. That's why our rhythm is the weapon and our medicine's a song. So we listen and we love and we dance on the one.
Let the word go forth from this time and place that the torch has been passed to a new generation.
Ships at a distance have wishes of all aboard. Vocals are too far away from it to record. Baby birdies dropping bombs, beginning wars. We leave messages in the sand, they get ignored. But silence the lambs and kill a shepherd with a sword. Before the seeds can even grow, they plant a thought. It's all ashore, they welcome women to a board. But don't birth a leader, birth a follower, of course.
I've been waiting for moments like this to come, baby. But the grind gets heavy, yeah.
Don't birth a leader, birth a follower, of course.
So just follow, baby. I'm just trying to be the greatest. Girl, I'm just saying, if you give me time, we can make it.
I see the door, the light beneath the door is all I need for me to be assured. Leaders take the lead, a life's theater. The world is a stage, don't get on it though for the applause. And make sure your presence felt when the speaker's off. Even if nobody believes it all, everything looks a little odd till it evens off. To lead the crowd or be the crowd is what defines you, and this is what it means to us.
From this time and place that the torch has been passed to a new generation of Americans, proud of our ancient heritage and unwilling to permit the slow undoing of those human rights to which this nation has always been at home and around the world.
Like this to come, baby. The grind gets heavy. So just follow, baby. I'm just trying to be the greatest. I'm just saying, if you give me time, we can make it, yeah.
Art and music, creative expression is critical. It's a critical reflection to the world around us, reflecting the voices of real people living real lives. That is the generosity of the artist to not only act from your own creative space, but to also be a vessel for those who are not able to be heard.
That the torch has been passed to a new generation of Americans, proud of our ancient heritage and unwilling to permit the slow undoing of those human rights to which this nation has always.
So I point these things out, brothers and sisters, so that you and I will know the importance of the roots of a tree. Because you can't heat the roots of a tree and not heat the tree. You can't heat your origin and not end up heating yourself.
Strong enough to take the pain inflicted again and again. What do they call me? My name.
That's hard. Stro Elliott. DJ J.PERIOD.
The thing that we are challenged to do is to keep this movement moving. There is power in unity and there's power in numbers.
Oh man. Oh, that's that joint. Yeah. Y'all know about that. So like, hey. Every day I wear a mask like an umpire. Yo, I guess I gotta laugh to keep from crying. Tonight another friend pass on the young side. It's sad cause a good friend hard to come by. Justice is never colorblind, never gun shy. For one crime, you may never see the sunshine. We know it one time, giving you the finger around here. Well, let's just say it's not the #1 sign. I hear they turn it downtown to the front line. It's something like the same place, but it ain't safe. They took it from the human race to a tank chase. And people dazed and amazed, but it ain't grace. The devil feeding off hate, so we can't wait. It's tainted water in the well, so we can't taste. Impossible to coexist in the same face. Remove the mask, let you see my war paint face. Do it. Yeah. That's hard.
Turn the music up so we can get some feeling in here. When we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we will be able to speed up that day when all of us, children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spirit. Free at last, free at last, free at last, free at last. God Almighty, we are free at last.
Listen, they say, please do not run too fast, stay off of the leaves. Do not play in the grass or climb the trees. You can't breathe, let alone you get stung by bees. Lord Jesus, your chest just might freeze up. 13 months old with a lung disease that almost took my life twice and poured me to my knees. A system not designed for you to achieve, police squeeze, library lies, a teacher deceived. But I rose to the top of my class like Kareem. I like the Lakers in the 80s, so worthy I'm Kareem. Not MTV with my sweet 16. I married the mic, love supreme. Clear it was a miracle the way I wedded the rhythm. Spiritual looking back at it, a lyrical exorcism. I had for the Afro-American dream, the rap board, quarterback for a professional team. I'm still standing, I'm still standing, I'm still standing, I'm still standing, I'm still standing. Come on. Hey. Hey. We're still standing. Hey. We're still here. Hey. We're still standing. Hey. We're still here. We're still standing.
see them marching. Can't you see the soldiers? I see them marching. I see 10 soldiers, I hear them coming. We're finally on out. This summer I hear the drumming. We're dead in Ohio.
We marching in Compton. We marching in Oakland. We marching in Ferguson. We marching in Flint.
I stay training, never know when the drama coming. Like a soldier up early in the morning running. PT, stay sharp on my calisthenics. No weed smoke, clean mind and a clear spirit. All for peace, but I keep a peace close near me. It's real life, homie, not a conspiracy theory. Shots fired, police getting away with it. Even when the camera dead on, so you know they did it. It's not war till we fight back, it's just slaughter. Time to lace up the boots and walk like warriors. In our homes, in our streets, in our neighborhoods. Can't wait till Marines in your neighborhood. We need a people army on deck across cultures. Guerrilla soldiers calling all levels, all focus. Pick your target in your battles, we don't need martyrs. We need a squad of the bravest and smartest and hardest.
Soldiers, I hear them coming. We're finally on out. This summer I hear the drumming. We're dead in Ohio.
We marching in Memphis. We marching in Selma. We marching Chicago. We marching Watts.
Born in with a battle cry. Peace of mind been demolished. Since I emerged bloody from out of the amniotic violence, I get my environment and I'm the product. Got the blood of freedom fighters flowing deep in my carotid. Teeth for my media feed, RIPs on IG, so I'm camouflaging how I grieve. My heart beating, I'm on a minute on my sleeve. I'm trapped between anguish and anger like wild creatures. Daddy told me either you fight or you die speechless. That's why I bring the spirit of Ali through my speakers. Power versus the people like trees and small cleavers. So we ball a fist and keep chopping till we see justice. They try to silence the movement before it started, but it's a million voices screaming through an epiglottis. From the students of Soweto to the ghettos and the projects, we gon' keep pushing the needle till we progress. We need some soldiers.
I hear them coming. We're finally on out. This summer I hear the drumming. We're dead in Ohio.
We marching New Orleans. We marching DC. We marching Charlottesville. We marching in New York City. We marching. We marching in Watts. We marching Compton, DC, in Oakland. Hey, together I see you. We marching in Milwaukee, Ferguson, Flint, New Orleans, Grand Rapids, New York City, Selma. Can't forget Tuskegee, Charlottesville.
Can't stay late 60s. Fueled by hate, this ain't no Malcolm versus Martin debate. Who can relate when the brothers get lynched and the blacks shoot back and the crackers burn crosses? Pigs got they bitches international goals.
Yeah, man. Jah will be waiting there, we a shout. Jah will be waiting there. In this world of calamity, dirty looks and grudges and jealousy, and police where abuse them authority. Me the clowns when I know about variety. Boom, the youngest veteran I go murder them slow. Ragamuffin sent to call me from the bush bungalow. But I watch it make a clear out, my voice now figure out. Emerge from the darkness with me big blood to glow. Me hammer them as come and spectate I get low. Some boy coulda big like Mamba Bigelow. Bust off trigger finger, trigger and then trigger toe. A two gun me and me bust them in a stereo. Cause I got to keep on walking on the road to Zion, man. Hey, we got to keep it burning on the road to Zion, man.
Yo, I stay training, never know when the drama coming. Like a soldier up early in the morning running. PT, stay sharp on my calisthenics. No weed smoke, clean mind and a clear spirit. All for peace, but I keep a peace close near me. It's real life, homie, not a conspiracy theory. Shots fired, police getting away with it. Even when the camera dead on, so you know they did it. It's not war till we fight back, it's just slaughter. Time to lace up the boots and walk like warriors. In our homes, in our streets, in our neighborhoods. Can't wait till Marines in your neighborhood. We need a people army on deck across cultures. Guerrilla soldiers calling all levels, all focus. Pick your target in your battles, we don't need martyrs. We need a squad of the bravest and smartest and hardest.
Yeah, man. Jah will be waiting there, we a shout. Jah will be waiting there. In this world of calamity, dirty looks and grudges and jealousy, and police where abuse them authority. Me the clowns when I know about variety.
Born with a battle cry, peace of mind been demolished. Since I emerged bloody from out of the amniotic violence, I get my environment and I'm the product. Got the blood of freedom fighters low and deep in my carotid. I'm fatigued for my media feed. RIPs on IG, so I'm camouflaging how I grieve. My heart beating a mile a minute on my sleeve. I'm trapped between anguish and anger like wild creatures. Daddy told me either you fight or you die speechless. That's why I bring the spirit of Ali through my speakers. Power versus the people like trees and small cleavers. So we ball a fist and keep dropping till we see justice. They try to silence the movement before it started, but it's a million voices screaming through an epiglottis. From the students of Soweto to the ghettos and the products, we gon' keep pushing the needle till we progress. We need some soldiers. So we need some soldiers.
And blasphemous. In my lifetime, I look back at paths I walked where savages fought and pastors taught, prostitutes stomping high heel boots, and badgers scream at young black children, stop or I will shoot. I look back and cook crack, plush cars that pass by, Jaguars, mad fly, and I'm guilty for materialism. Blacks are still up in the prison, trust that, so save me your sorries. I'm raising the army, revolutionary warfare with Damian Marley. We sparking the irons, marching the Zion. You know how Nas be, NYC state of mind. I'm
in this world of calamity, dirty looks and grudges and jealousy, and police where abuse them authority. Me the clowns when I know about variety. Boom, the youngest veteran I go murder them slow. Ragamuffin sent to call me from the bush bungalow. When I watch it make a clear out, my voice now figure out. Emerge from the darkness with me big blood to glow. The hammer them as come and spectator get low. Some boy coulda big like Bam Bam Bigelow. Bust off trigger finger, trigger and then trigger toe. I two gun me and me bust them in a stereo. Cause I got to keep on walking on the road to Zion, man. Hey, we got to keep it burning on the road to Zion, man. Pain and pure meditation without a doubt. Don't let them take it out. Jah will be waiting there, we are shout. Jah will be waiting there. Put your hands on the pure meditation without a doubt. Don't let them take it out. Put your hands on the steering wheel.
You got any drugs or weapons on you?
Driver, put your hands on the steering wheel.
You got any drugs or weapons on you?
You think you tough?
Scared now. I like that. That's why I took this job.
Dear officer, can you spare some change? Change the way that you look at me strange. Change the way that you've been taking names and then placing the blame on me. Placing the blame on me. Mr. Officer, can you spare some change? Change the way that you look at me strange. Change the way that you've been taking names and then placing the blame on me. Placing the blame on me. 4-year-old getting hit with a gunshot. Mid-40s that ricocheted off a rock. Way more pain than a dagger shoulder. Turn on the news, just the world gets colder. Kids get dropped, no rhyme, no reason. Cops out here like it's hunting season. I thought they was here for protection. Mistakes made with no reflection. Okay, I get it, nobody's perfect. But can we discuss it like we're worth it? Car pulled over, illegally searching. Now kid is dead, reaching for his permit. Now, oh, wish I could say that's not the way the story goes. But I refuse to keep my eyes closed. Respect the
What does it mean to rise up? Does it mean to revolt, to overthrow, to sow the seeds of social uprising? Or does it mean to change one's station? Is rising up to graduate to higher levels of consciousness and understanding? Shall we define ourselves by what we are running from or what we are running towards? Are you listening? What is resistance? How can we stop waiting, stop looking and start acting? Can we achieve more? They say truth crushed to earth shall rise again. They say the phoenix is reborn from its own ashes. I say let this music be a meditation on ascension of mind, spirit, and body, because we rise together or we fall apart. Rise up together.
The thing that we are challenged to do is to keep this movement moving. There is power in unity and there's power in numbers.
We pointing fingers at each other, steady missing the point. I got a homie serving time just for rolling the joint. Who got the power over your life? Is it the whites or the corpse that paid Congress that gave them the rights? They got cameras on every corner while they turn off your lights. Your sister on the internet selling poop for likes. If I get shot down like Martin Luther, the sad shit is, man, I probably knew the shooter. A visionary never gets to live to see the future. See, I was a consumer, but now I'm a producer. Cointel Pro, J. Edgar Hoover. 21st century vote, we love Larry Hoover. Black versus white versus brown is a maneuver. It's rich versus the poor and God versus the computer. You go to City Hall, but the mayor's gone. Some people took my granny's house, took your trailer home. Who's the enemy?
You had a right to remain silent, so I suggest your ass stay silent. Cause the cannon will be held against you. Can you afford somebody to defend you? Huh? You can have a jury of your peers, but still gon' give your ass 20 years. Yeah, you had a right to remain silent, so I suggest your ass stay silent.
Let's make a school, let's build our own school. ADD is a myth, they teaching kids to lose. Medicating our leaders, they only want the elitists to lead us. McDonald's, I never let a clown feed us. Let's make a temple, synagogue, a mosque. Pray in every direction and see if it get to God. She flipped her way to the top and didn't get the job. She kept clicking her heels, couldn't get out of eyes. When your house ain't yours, but you got a nice car, that's how I know that you poor. When you love outdoors and you scream white power, that's how I know that you poor. Wow, we at war. They putting poison in the water while they fracking the floor. Rockefellers, Koch brothers, Rothschilds and more got you distracted from the shit worth fighting for.
You had a right to remain silent, so I suggest your ass stay silent. Cause the cannon will be held against you. Can you afford somebody to defend you? Huh? You can have a jury of your peers, but still gon' give your ass 20 years. Yeah, you had a right to remain silent, so I suggest your ass stay silent.
I want to take one moment and just say the names of George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, and Breonna Taylor. There's so many more names to say, but for right now, I just want to say those three. And let the song speak.
Do you know what you came here for? Do you recognize? Do you realize? you can see the light, then fight.
In a revolutionary age, our people got nothing to lose but our chains. Modern day slaves barely make a living wage, overworked and underpaid, and someday it's gonna change. That's what they always say, we go to vote in vain. Supposed to be the land of the free, home of the brave. Got my mind thinking like a rebel in the Hunger Games. Catch a fire, get your bow and arrow, set this world in flames. I say a prayer with my elders, burning sage on this warrior path. May we be unafraid, cause long as the system is wrong, I won't behave. Power, we coming for hours, Trump better tuck his chain. They gravy train came straight from my slavery chain, sweating in the field with machetes, cutting sugar cane. I can hear the ancestors crying out from the grave. The struggle you endured for us wasn't done in vain. I know what I'm for, and I know what I'm against. My intentions is pure, I'm not riding the fence. If it ain't about power, then it don't make sense. We tired of letting it slide, our people getting lynched, and it's already red level on the pressure gauge. Any second it could blow like a hand grenade. All these schools whack, got the youth disengaged. Bloods and Crips walking around in a purple haze, killing ourselves like wolves licking on a blade. Young bloods, we need to come together under one brigade. Love coming back again, hate going down the drain. Revolution on the way, it just might be today, but it's gonna be okay.
Do you know what you came here for? Do you recognize? Do you realize the light? I know what you're aching for. Everything has a price. If you can see the light, then fight.
I wake up, battle fatigued, and reach for the trees. The doc told me it's PTSD, post-traumatic slave, military grade. I wanna grab the gauge, but I take it day to day. Hood like Beirut, homies gone too soon. Is it hands up, don't shoot, or Kim Jong-un? North Korea or Iraq, I'm an American or black. We give my life for this country, so I take a knee with cap. See, I know what I came for, I see the light. Cause we still standing, yeah, I paid the price. Do you realize, do you recognize? I want my freedom, I ain't going out without a fight.
Do you know what they take you for? Do you realize? Do you recognize the lights? I know what you're aching for. Everything has a price. If you can see the light, then fight.
It's interesting how hip-hop in the beginning, or a song like Grandmaster Flash's The Message, where they were saying, you know, it's like a jungle sometimes.
It makes me wonder how I keep from going on.
It was basically saying, look, these are the problems here. You know, and here we are years later, the problems are still there, and the intensity of the music has built to the no hope, I don't give a attitude. How did we get to where we are now in hip-hop?
You have to be logical. If I know that in this hotel room they have food every day, and I'm knocking on the door every day to eat, and they open the door, let me see a party where they're telling me there's no food. You know what I'm saying? Every day, I'm standing outside trying to sing my way in. We are hungry, please let us in. We are hungry, please let us in. After about a week, that song is gonna change to we hungry, we need some food. After 2-3 weeks, it's like, you know, give me all the food, breaking out the door. And after a year, then you just like, you know what I'm saying? I'm picking the lock, coming through the door blasting, you know what I'm saying? It's like you hungry, you reach your level, you don't want any more. We asked 10 years ago. We was asking with the Panthers. We was asking with, you know, the Civil Rights Movement. We was asking, you know, now those people that were asking, they're all dead and in jail. So now what do you think we're gonna do?
In the long history of the world, only a few generations have been granted the role of defending freedom in its hour of maximum danger. I do not shrink from this responsibility. I welcome it. Rising up out of the flames like a phoenix.
defeat is deranged. Add that multiplied by my demon. The pain's so egregious, but strategic. I came to rise up out of the flame like a phoenix. My words will reach 1 million or more when I tweet it. That's as many people as MLK and Jesus. And half the time, people rhymes of a genius who refuses to align with the elitist themes. Dr. King's dreams were not for the squeamish. Children of a lesser God. Oppression gets repeated unless we slide up out of the chains and delete it. America's like black and white dice tumbling. Any day you can bite the dust. Another one. So while our culture is crumbling, I will enunciate every line clearly, so you can hear what the f I'm saying, no mumbling it. Rise. Rising up out of the flames like a phoenix. Rising up out of the flames like a phoenix. Rising up out of the flames like a phoenix. Rising up out of the flames, rising up out of the flames.
The irony of a nation claiming to be the United States, yet never in a state of unification. Egos and ignorance creates incision. Comfort in one's belief feeds division. We rap the rhythm with a bit of skepticism, leaving us jaded and traded in compassion for compression, ready to squeeze the life out of anyone who stepped to us with aggression. The media runs with it, calling us aggressive, when it's just reaction to a system that's oppressive. Raise fists to claim offensive, but when both arms and open palms are up, police issue bullets rain extensively. See? Invisive is the mood, and the outcome of this selection is stewed in a melting pot cracked and no longer good for blending. And yet it's never too late for the cleansing. If we want to rise up, then put the lies up. Know the truth may show you need to size up yourself before you judge. In order to unify, someone's gotta budge. And to the choir, don't preach and discard the peace. So instead, those trapped in ignorance can be reached. The outcome from this is a high consciousness instead of a fist pushed to the sky. Rising up out of the flames like a phoenix. Rising up out of the flames like a phoenix. Rising up out of the flames like a phoenix. Rising up out of the flames, rising up out of the flames.
Rise to power or fall from grace. The often cases are heads in the clouds or we're lost in space. Citizens of the divided states identify with hatred. For our demise, they watch and wait. Look at the downward spiral, it's going viral. Nobody's ever accountable. Who's held liable? If anyone could correspond, if they so inclined to, it's sad. They want a borderline redefine you. As a people, we can rise like the tides do to tower over evil as a nation under God. Indivisible is visceral, the way we're all at odds, but together we'll survive. Just never sever ties, we can rise to a brilliance, rise to a balance, rise to a way to coexist in non-violence, rise to a volume that's impossible to silence. In the morning when I rise to the challenge. Rising up out of the flames like a phoenix. Rising up out of the flames like a phoenix. Rising up out of the flames like a phoenix. Rising up out of the flames, rising up out of the flames.
Thank you very kindly, my very dear friends. Never in the history of this nation have so many people been for the cause of freedom and human dignity. Now let me say this, keep this movement going, keep this movement rolling. Long as we keep moving like we are moving, the power structure will have to give in. In spite of the difficulties, and we're gonna have a few more difficulties, keep climbing, keep moving. If you can't fly, run. If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. But by all means, keep moving. Rising up out of the flames like a phoenix. Rising up out of the flames like a phoenix. Rising up out of the flames like a phoenix. Rising up out of the flames.
Things done changed. Remember they used to thump, but now they blast. Things done changed. Yeah. Remember they used to thump, but now they blast. Things done changed. Things done changed. I'm living now. Back in the day.
See, everything changes. Remember when humans had to live in cages?
Remember when humans had to live in cages? Now we on our stages.
Yeah.
Time and age turns our pages.
Yeah, it's time. Change is the only thing constant. But niggas don't understand the concept. Some scramble for change. Same issue, new day, same toilet. I'm sorry, I gotta spoil it for you. So you better call your lawyer, cause I'm a change maker. Like Marcus Garvey in Jamaica, or your corner store bodega. After purchasing the fresh Garcia Vega. A nickel and a dime is what they gave me. Poppy shorted me, so I gotta stay on my grind. Cause my change happened one day at a time. Every second we shine, we get sharper than a Sharpie magic marker. I'm pouring out my heart and hope it bleed through. And when I'm on the front line, I hope I see you. Holding up your fists and saying power to the people. Bringing back the revolution, trying to make a sequel. Join the people army, my nigga, cause we need you.
See, everything changes. Remember when humans had to live in cages? Now we on our stages. Time and age turns our faces. Everything changes. Remember when humans had to live in cages? Now we on our stages. Time and age turns our
Let's
pages.
take a second to think back. Yeah, it's been a long time coming, but a change gon' come. I know where I'm going, cause I know where I came from. On the wrong side, some do anything for some. Sometimes we don't realize it don't really add up. Fell down, but I had to stand up. Get a plan of attack, I had to man up. Had the man on my back, my hands in handcuffs. Cause I ran with a pack, they had me backed up. Since I've been seeming, I've been fighting for my freedom. Lessons that the ancestors preach and seeping. No one knows all the goals he achieved. If he just keep believing, he was chose for a reason. I was told for my dreams, keep seeking. Lord, take my soul if I go when I'm sleeping. All I know, all I show to my peeps. When it's all said and told, I just hope I can reach them.
Everything changes. Remember when humans had to live in cages? Now we on our stages. Time and age turns our faces. Everything changes. Remember when humans had to live in cages? Now we on our stages. Time and age turns our pages.
Things done changed. Things done changed. Change. Things done change.
See, everything changes. Remember when humans had to live in cages? Now we on our stages. Time and age turns our faces. Everything changes. Remember when humans had to live in cages? Now we on our stages. Time and age turns our pages.
Things done change.
People manifest within themselves.
Everybody thinks we're wrong. Who are they to judge us? Mother, simply calls me where I am.
I'm gonna take y'all back on this one.
Space is there, and the moon and the planets are there, and new hopes for knowledge and peace are there. And therefore, as we set sail, we ask God's blessing on the most hazardous and dangerous and greatest adventure on which man has ever embarked.
This ain't living, this ain't living.
it look like when we dream beyond what's possible? When we ask ourselves, what if? Why not? What if we told this young world the world is yours? Why not feed imaginations instead of smothering genius with test scores? Why not teach children how to think, not memorize, how to dream, not work? What if we built schools that didn't look like prisons but felt like home? Why not classrooms on every city block? What if children learned to destroy the pipelines that poured their bodies into cell blocks? What if they taught their parents how to farm in empty lots, grow hope from buried seeds their ancestors brought? What if instead of moonshots, we spent it on the have-nots? Look at us, a planet of people split into leavers and takers, destroyers and makers, forgot who we are, that the stars are as close as our breath, that our flesh is a gift, our body's a shrine made to hold a creator. Think our value is based on what we've got or what we can get. But how much do we have if we can't see our worth? We can keep reaching for heaven or pull the moon down the earth. Down the earth.
Oh, make me wanna holler the way they do my life. Yeah, make me wanna holler the way they do my life. This ain't living, this ain't living. No, 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 this ain't living.
We meet in an hour of change and challenge, in an age of both knowledge and ignorance. Man in his quest for knowledge and progress is determined and cannot be deterred. This country of the United States was not built by those who waited and rested and wished to look behind them. Even though I realize that this is, in some measure, an act of faith and vision, for we do not now know what benefits await us. But we set sail on this new sea because there is new knowledge to be gained and new rights to be won, and they must be won and used for the progress of all people.
One thing I can tell you is you got to get free. He come on flat top, he come grooving up slowly. He got juju eyeballs, he was holy roller. He said, I know you, you know me. One thing I can tell you is you got to get free. My people made it through slavery, traded hell, high water, bought them dogs and hoses. We must be his chosen. We have stood inside, tried to believe. I'd rather die while standing here than live day on my knees. Oh, one thing I can tell you, one thing I can tell you, one thing I can tell you. Oh, one thing I can tell you, one thing I can tell you, one thing I can tell you. Come together right now. Come together right now. Come together right now. Come together over me.
Maktub, it is written, this gathering, this collection of bodies in this space, this story we are weaving right now. Each of us a thread, Maktub, it is written that we would write it together. Every breath we take in this room is a word inscribed on a single line. A steady sound carried from one person to the next. A collective song, a symphony of imagination moving over the geography of our bodies. Each of us a bundle of particles, singular outposts of the original explosion. We each a moonshot, we web together. We a net of neural flashes, my breath matching the rise of your chest, you matching the flutter of their lashes, moving to the twitch of her hand, the echo of my voice on your eardrum. It is written this now, in agreement, an act of faith and vision. To be here now, together, what a time to be alive. It is written.
Come together.
Challenged to do is to keep this movement moving.
They want more money, but the board won't pay. Everybody's talking about ecology. The air's so polluted that it's hard to breathe. But that's what makes the world go round. The ups and downs, a carousel. Changing people's heads around. Go underground, young men. People make the world go round. Old folks judge you by the clothes you wear. They swear you a hippie if you have long hair. Young politicians fight for poverty, while people still cry for equality. But that's what makes the world go round. The ups and downs, a carousel. Changing people's heads around. Go underground, young men. People make the world go round. La 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 la. La 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 la.
Other people, he said, see things and say why. But I dream things that never were.
To be authentic is to use the language that I'm most comfortable with, the language of my community, the language of my family, my friends, my culture, unafraid of what anybody thinks about whether or not that language is standard, quote unquote standard, instead of thinking about it from the cultural texture and how it directly connects to the humanity and the authenticity of the people who read it. If everything were to fit into the boxes that we've been taught they're supposed to fit in, art no longer exists. All hip hop has taught me is you can do what you want. You can be ODB, sheer irreverence. I'ma do what I want, how I want. Or you could look at Rakim, super tight, right? Or you could look at Pop, just sheer like, hey, we got a microphone, better say something. Or you could look at Big, all swag, right? Just sheer, like he oozed charisma. And you can take all those things, and if you can put that in a book, then we don't have to worry about young people hating to read.
The problems of the world cannot possibly be solved by skeptics or cynics whose horizons are limited by the obvious realities. Other people, he said, see things and say why. We need men who can dream of things that never were. We need men who can dream of things that never were. And ask why not.
very much, Mr. Brown. However, before we get into it, I want to just rap a little bit and try to get you to say a little thing to the people that's living in big houses all over the city, not only in the ghetto and in the streets. You see, I've learned so much from you, your teachings, and I'd just like for you to pass it on to all the people, this thing of what it's like and how it feels and what it's all about. Could you do that for us? It's so hard, it's so hard, it's hard, so hard when a man is trying to get respect, trying to get his name. It's so hard. It's so hard when you're living in a house where the snakes don't go by, but they come in. It's so hard. It's so hard when you got 3 meals a day, oatmeal, no meal, and miss me. It's so hard. You got so many holes in your clothes that even a blind man can see. It's so hard. I don't want to talk no more. So right now, I want to say, Maceo, God Maceo, brother, come here quick, 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 and bring that funky licking stick, bring it on. Troubling mind, yeah. I wish somebody would come and ease my troubling mind. Oh, yes, I do. Why won't somebody come and ease my troubling mind, yeah. I sure wish somebody would come and ease my troubling mind. Oh, yes, I do. I wish my baby would come and tell me everything's alright, yeah. I sure wish my baby would come and tell me everything is still alright. Oh, yes, I do. They tell me when you tell somebody your troubles fly away from you. I'm looking for somebody I can tell my troubles to.
Why won't somebody come and ease my troubling mind? Yeah. I sure wish somebody would come and ease my troubling mind. Oh, I'm in trouble. Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom. Let it be, you ought to let it be. My hour of darkness, she's standing right in front of me, yeah, speaking words of wisdom. Let it be, oh, let it be, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, yeah. Speaking words of wisdom. Let it be, let it be. Broken-hearted people living in a world of dreams, there will be.
Oh, pirates, yes, they behind. Stole I from the merchant ship. Minutes after they took I from the bottomless pit. But my hand was made strong by the hand of the Almighty. Forward in this generation, yeah, triumphantly. Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? That's all I ever had. Redemption song. Redemption song, redemption song.
Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Have no fear for atomic energy, 'cause none of them can stop the time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look?
part of it, but we've got to fulfill the book. Won't you help us sing another song of freedom? 'Cause all I ever had, redemption song, redemption song, redemption song, redemption song.
You know, I have a responsibility to myself, you know, first, which is to be honest and truthful with myself, you know, and always do what's right.
I was born by the river in a little tent. Oh, and just like the river, I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gon' come.
Yeah.
One time.
I was born by the river in a tenement, and oh, my poor mother, she could hardly pay the rent. It's been a long time coming, but I know the change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will.
Two times.
Yeah. It's been too hard a living, and I'm afraid to die.
Why?
I don't know what's out there, yeah, beyond the sky. It's been a long time coming, but I know change is gonna come. Oh, yes, it will.
Check
say
it
why,
out.
Clef, say why. Yeah. See, I go to my brother.
Come on. And say what,
Yeah.
say what.
And I say, brother, help me please.
Come on, El Boogie.
And he winds up knocking me. Yeah. Back down on my knees. Oh, it's been times when I didn't think that I would last for long. But now we think we're able to carry on. It's been a
yeah.
A long time coming, but I know a change is gonna come. Oh, yes, it will.
I just want to thank the fans too, y'all, for supporting me, because I wouldn't be anything without y'all, and I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I want to thank my family.
So before we sign off, I want to leave it right there. And just say, please, everybody out there, show love to the people around you. Put your fist up. And stay safe. And once again, before I sign off, I want to say the names of George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, and Breonna Taylor, and so many more.
Good morning or evening, friend. Here's your friendly announcer. I have serious news to pass on to everybody. What I'm about to say could mean the world's disaster. Could change your joy and laughter to tears and pain. It's that love in need of love today. Don't delay, send yours in right away. Hey, going round, breaking many hearts. Stop it, please, before it's gone too far. The force of evil plans to make you its possession, and it will if we let it destroy everybody. We all must take precautionary measures. If love and peace you treasure, then you'll hear me